Of course she took me to the new one. Hmm. That's better. Cat. I see those little paws. Here we go. Oh. Okay. Twitter, twatter. Oh, well, that was quick. That'll do. Minimize that. Transition to this. And there we go. One last thing. Boop. Just in case. Now, because of my current setup, I'm going to be hopping back and forth to check on the chat, because I have no one with me right now, and I am working in full screen. And unlike most people in modern day, I don't have dual monitors. So yes, I am working on a single monitor. Anyways. On to the line work. I've also got stuff playing in the background, so if you can hear it, let me know. Oops. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
I looked for a split second on my notification. I thought it said you were doing a Final Fantasy VII playing run.
Stupid freaking thing. Yeah, I'm animating. I did a little poll earlier this afternoon seeing if people wanted to see my animation work, and of course, with wonderful YouTube having no communication whatsoever.
Then I click on it and it says Animating Away.
Yeah. So how's it going this evening?
Living.
Living.
Like got 12 days away until the Fire Emblem 3 house, and I must mentally prepare. I
Well,
just
I
want to do
know.
as many memes as possible.
Well, I know you'll be dead to the world on this side. That or we'll hear everything about it, one or the other.
Well, it's not like I'm gonna spoil everything.
Doesn't bother me.
Now, I'm just curious with how much experimentation and the fact that how many choices I can do in that game.
Fair enough.
And they say that you could have the units that are technically in the actual other houses join you when after picking a side.
That is impressive.
That makes it more curious exactly how many can you recruit before it gets to that deadline.
Yeah.
Not to mention the curiosity of how many units do I so much get in total even after the time skip.
Streaming will become so much more manageable once I have a second monitor.
One monitor to hack, one monitor to animate.
More or less. I'm looking at getting a Cintiq.
Like,
It's
what about
actually.
the third monitor? Oh, that third monitor is when when I know the pizza guy arrives.
So, getting to this point in my frame rate when I was working on the line work for the animation, I completely forgot to put the freckles in on my character. So I'm gonna have to go back and put the
That's
freckles
supposed to
in.
be original you.
Yeah, this is supposed to be me.
Like, oh my god, freckles, what is this in animation?
Yep.
I thought they're supposed to be non-existent. Unless you're in South Park, then the joke is that usually you're a ginger. Honestly, thinking about that, like, you don't see many freckles in now modern animations.
Not really. I think, like, Midoriya is the only one I know that has freckles.
Like, it's not a nitpick, but it's almost something that's like, how come they don't put that feature in on some characters?
Yeah, because there are people in the world that have freckles.
And it's not like they're trying to. It's not that we want to make it as a big deal, but like if it's something as slight comparison as people who wear glasses,
Yeah.
it's like yeah, what's wrong with not having some people in there with freckles?
Hmm. Like, I can understand an overabundance of freckles would be difficult to animate constantly, but, like, what I do with my characters is I give 4 consecutive dots of freckles under both eyes, and that's pretty much all I do.
Unless you want to go with like how obtuse some person's like body freckles are.
Oh, yes.
Like what's that? Oh, that's a beauty mole.
Like the one character from Full Metal Alchemist who had the mole under her lip. Or was it? No, it was under her eye.
Which character was that?
The one Envy went happy-go-lucky with. And that's the reason
It's been
Hughes
a
ended up,
while. Oh right, that was the infamous of the original Fullmetal, or rather, I should say 2003 Fullmetal Alchemist.
No, it was in both.
Every time I think of that, I just think of the 2003 version.
Hmm. Ugh. Oops.
That's how I saw Johnny's latest video.
The
Fusing Celine with that owl.
Yep. The funny thing is the second time he did it when it hit the TV, she went to chase it back.
I can't tell if Johnny just really enjoys playing with that or just wants to mess with Celine.
Yeah, I should look into that game though. It looks like it's really good.
Also, that box.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one gave Johnny a crash box.
Yeah.
That or a TNT or an intro box.
Yeah. Now, if it was a crash box, would it have an Uka Uka face or Aku Ak? Is it Uka
Aku
Uka?
Aku or an Uke or
Yeah.
Uka Uka.
Yeah, Uka Uka face on it, or a what's the name of those fruit again? That look like
The Wampa
mangoes.
fruits.
Wampa fruit, yeah.
I have a question: like, if Wampa fruits did exist, would they be close related to a mango?
I don't know. Actually, now you've got me curious. I need to check the instruction manual to Warped and see if they mention what a Wampa fruit tastes like.
It makes it more funny how you have a cannon and you can shoot Wampa fruits.
Yeah, the Wampa bazooka. Oh, let's see.
And it's a good thing you gave Crash. It's a good thing that you didn't turn Crash into a third-person shooter like Jack 2.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I didn't know the manual had the code for the Spyro demo in it. Huh. More you learn. Okay, it gives me details on everything but the Wampa fruit. And that apparently there was actual shirts with Crash on it back in the day.
you say?
Apparently, there used to be pullover shirts for with Crash Bandicoot themed on it back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah, don't just play it, wear it. Exclusively from Sony Computer Entertainment America.
Because America.
Yep.
As for Canada, Canada doesn't get it.
Canada doesn't get a lot of things, even though we pretty much share everything. I'm pretty sure a good portion of all major employment in the United States is actually taking place with Canadian citizens who also have their U.S. citizenship.
I mean, at one point, 1/3 of most cartoon-related stuff at least came from Canada.
Yep.
Not to say that all Canadian shows are a bad thing. I'm not saying that they're the best. They're just in between.
There were some that were good, and there were a lot that were bad. But now I'd say there's a fine line of in between of both now.
Besides, I think we can all agree that the best thing that came out of Canada was Toronto of Scouttober versus the world.
Agreed.
Especially when your characters doesn't even have to have the stereotype Canadian accent.
Nope. Don't know what to listen to. Yeah, this'll
JoJo?
do. Back to the animation line work.
Like, alright, Missy, get back to work. I pay you enough for this.
You pay me?
It's like, I'm your boss, I'm your bitch. You're my slave.
Be careful, slavery is illegal up here.
Well, not that definition of slavery, but like in a more metaphorically.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like working.
Yep. It's almost like we get paid to deal with people's shit.
To the point where half your mind just wishes to slap them in the face.
I want to do more than slap.
Punch them.
Kick their teeth in is more the accurate term I would use. Especially with a lot of the Eastern women we've been getting here in Canada lately, I swear they are the rudest people I have ever met. Yet the men are super polite.
Like, sheesh, I know I'm a bitch, but even I like to try to have some public moments. My only gripe is that I'm just not a big fan of being within public society.
Well, sometimes I believe the public is messed up anyway. Didn't realize how loud that was getting. Can you blame me? It's Voltaire. It's the same guy who did Human Brains and Billy and Mandy.
I think if I had to think real hard, out of all like animations that did like really good comedy, or at least good comedian like line jokes, there's no way that anyone can imitate the comedy writing genius that is Invader Zim.
Oh no, like, they push the envelope every which direction and it works.
Because even if you try to copy some ideas, like, it doesn't have the charm as to why like everyone's just like, yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Even if you tell me that Zim is an alien, we don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah. I'm seriously looking forward to Phase 2 on Netflix. God, I pray it comes to Canadian Netflix.
All about the Canadian.
Yep. For some ungodly reason, the United States has loved giving us the short end of the stick. I probably have a good idea why, but at the same time, it's like, why? Why do you torture us?
I'm not one of them, but I could be.
Mm.
Honestly, if I had to even like pick some of my favorite like famous Canadian like actors or like comedians out there,
Mhm.
Colin Mockery.
Mhm.
I grew up with Whose Line Is It Anyway, and I love Colin Mockery.
Mhm. Yeah, a
Even
lot
to the
of
point where the
famous.
joke wasn't even so much with him, but just the fact they just joke about him just being bald.
Mhm. A lot of famous actors are actually from Canada, which a lot of people don't realize.
Now, here's a good fun bit. Anyone who's seen Spider-Man Far From Home,
Mhm.
the actor for Spider-Man, you would not believe that that's not his actual accent. It's not Brooklyn.
Mhm. Actors
To
who can
whereas
do that
like
are impressed. As
to which that's to which you have to give him props.
Mhm. Well, you know that medical drama show House, right?
Kinda.
The asshole doctor who always has a cane.
Hang on, let me just find the.
Because the actor himself, you would not believe he actually has a natural British accent. He pulls off an
Well,
American
okay.
accent extremely well.
I still think that just makes it all the more impressive as how well one can full on do the other accent and just like
Mhm.
flip back to the original tone.
Yeah, like that's definitely some skill. Actually,
Because otherwise,
Shady
it's like when
Vox
you're just
does
so
that
used
too.
to, it's like when you're just so used to him, like saying that's, but like pretending to say, oh, we get to see Spider-Man coming to the next like someplace like a certain Comic Con, be like,
Mhm.
wow, you sound so different from your actual Spider-Man. Be like, yeah, it's almost like it's my normal voice.
Yeah.
I don't know why when you were mentioning House, the first thing that popped into my head, I think, was the medical show Scrubs
Hmm.
with the one of the doctor who's an asshole that always nicknamed every employee that he meets.
Oh, I remember seeing commercials for that.
The most common nickname that he did was Judy.
Hmm. Okay, let's see. do, 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 do. One more day of work and then I'm off for 2 days. Yay. Okay, yeah, this is the
Only
point.
about 2 weeks for me, and then preparations for when it gets to that time when I have to go to New York.
Oh, well, I hope you enjoy your trip.
It's gonna be a colossal mess.
Do I dare ask?
Wedding.
Ah, yeah, try not to kill anybody.
Me or the bride?
One or the other. Honestly, if the bride goes nuts, let her. Come on, that'll definitely liven things up.
To be fair, if anything, I just feel bad for her. It's like I feel like I had to be treated specially because it's not my fault I'm a picky eater, and I
Hmm.
feel so bad when it's like, okay, the dinner rehearsal. It's like, all right, we gotta find something that could be a good meal for me. And be like, I feel so bad.
Yeah. Are you just selectively a picky eater, or does it have to do with your health?
Oh, not my health. I'm just a selective picky eater.
Okay.
Like to go as an example, ask me what my favorite vegetable is.
Do you have a favorite vegetable?
Yes,
Oh. Okay, fair enough. There's a lot of fruit in there. And vegetables.
There you go. That's my favorite vegetable.
Yeah, I know I was a super picky eater when I was a young kid. I didn't like peppers, I didn't like onions, I didn't like. Still don't like cucumbers, to be honest. Like, it was
Just give me a jar
very
of pickles and
selective.
you're good.
Yeah, pretty much. But, as I.
Hell, I'll even drink the pickle juice.
Yeah, I've done the same. It's just so
People think
good.
that's gross. It's like, why do you think you're eating a pickle, bro?
Yeah, it's for the juices.
You know, guys, people don't like Larry the cucumber.
No, not until he's drunk. It's pretty much what pickleization is.
That would mean you have to do a big transformation on it. Like, oh, I don't remember VeggieTales going this dark.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure if the creators heard that, they'd be shouting blasphemy at me.
More like a good laugher of an idea. Like, not saying that would ever be a thing. It's like, how do you explain this to children about this in the Christian Bible?
Yep.
Alright, kids, according to testimony, make sure you drink with an adult. What does this have to do with Larry being a pickle? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised they never made that joke. You've gotten yourself in a fine pickle now, Larry. I'm a cucumber.
I think I remember one of them. It's been a while, but I remember like one of the VHS. I think it's his name, the one that I think is sort of supposed to be kind of like broccoli of some sort.
Oh, the broccoli
She
kid, yeah.
uh, there's a one of the thing was that he was terrified of a certain monster,
I remember
and I
that.
think when they were trying to cheer him up by saying like there wasn't a monster, or at least try to keep him from harm, he did call Larry a pickle. I think at least once.
Hmm. He might have. I remember watching that episode, and I can barely remember anything about it.
I remember one of them being, I want to say, where that it was like shoes and pots,
Yeah.
but I think that was more close to the American war that lasted for 20 years.
Hmm.
Or at least that's supposed to be the callback to it.
Mm-hmm. Like
Unless
I.
that's an actual thing from the Bible, then I wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. They were actually very informative films.
Even if you weren't watching it for the whole religious concept, you were at least
Yeah.
watching it for the silly entertainment.
Oh yeah, the humor was definitely there. The Bunny Factory, I know, is an infamous favorite. Which actually reminded me the Bunny song from the movie when they did the soundtrack on CD and tape cassette. They actually had to censor the song to be the opposite for the moral.
Honestly, the only song I can think of, even though I barely remember it, is the pirate songs who don't do anything.
Yeah, pirates who don't do anything. That animation was so old too. Like
Yeah,
so
honestly, if we
simple.
looked back at it, it's possible it could still hold up.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like the lighting and everything was really nice. The movement is so bloody stiff though. It's like ah.
It's almost like a beautiful kind of stiff because it
Yeah.
makes it funny noticing how that it's the only closest animation at the time to use where that you're just seeing actual talking vegetables. Oh, sorry, Bob, here, not fruit. I don't get why. Just the fact that it's just them, no limbs, and they just hop around.
Yep. And magically hold things.
And you don't see any of them getting splattered.
Nope. Oh, my arm. Almost there with the line work. At least the coloring will be the easy part. Woo! Should probably mention this again. I am hopping back and forth between the chat and the animation feeds, so since I only have one monitor. Oh, it's Pichu's there, Omega. Oi. Hmm?
Yeah, you want to mention about what we did to the annoyance?
Which one? Oh. He's gone. So if you want to hop in the chat, feel free.
Oh, we just banned him to the void.
Technically, he left on his own.
In the void.
Sure. Now that I've got it working correctly. Okay, need another song going here. Actually, you know what? I'll put on Ponder's little video since it's a good few hours long. Oh, where is it? Seriously, where'd it go? There it is. That's where I left off. I had forgotten.
Where are you at?
When I had stopped watching the video because I loved watching the animated short she had at the beginning, I forgot I left off of her screaming.
The what video?
One of Ponder Sprocket's videos. Doo -doo -doo. Okay. No, actually. The full version of Clip Studio Paint, I think they call it Paint Pro now, does allow for animation work. Truthfully, this actually isn't onion paper. This is my previous sketch work. I'm just using a layering system to make it easier for me.
Isn't that what kind of almost like every now artists are using?
Clip Studio Paint? Or the layering system?
The one that you're using.
A lot of animators do if they want to do classical hand-drawn animation, and it also has a lot of nice features if you want to do actual comic book work. But I do know other animation softwares people use are like Toon Boom, Harmony. Some people still use Flash, which they call Animate now. There's another one called...
It's still a Flash, and don't you dare lie.
Oh, I'm well aware of that. They still call them Flash files. There's also TV Paint, which a lot of people use for animation, and the one that actually was used by Studio Ghibli is open source to use now. I've tried it before. I can't figure it out for the life of me, but it's definitely a well-detailed software. But when I came across Clip Studio Paint, it pretty much sold me. It has the little frame counter like Flash does, but I can do all of my classical hand-drawn animation this way.
Yep, got a question.
Oh, I do. Yeah, actually, you did mention that, and I ended up looking into it. I've actually got it sitting in my wish list on Lukey Games when I can eventually afford it. Other than that, I might just try it via emulator. Do, 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 do.
I am saddened that everyone chose Johnny to have Oshawott. What is wrong with you people? Why can't you let him have a grass starter?
Well, oh, the grass starter in Gen 5 was Snivy, wasn't it?
My favorite.
Snivy is a good Pokemon. It always gave me a challenge whenever I would play through.
Yeah, all I can say is the missed opportunity with Snivy was that that could have been the very first grass dragon.
It could have been. It really could have been. But then they made a Alolan Executor instead.
And pretty much the uh, Omega version of Sceptile,
Yeah.
which that barely counts. It's only just temporary form.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I gotta take my headband off. As my headphones go for the ride. Yes, actually, you can create custom brushes. They give you a lot of freedom to adjust the settings, and it even comes with a huge selection of stuff to choose from right off the bat. Like, when it came to pencil sketch work, I usually tend to just use a sketch function that gives me very thin, detailed lines, but the rough pencil setting on here is absolutely gorgeous, and I love using it.
So when they renew everything with Okami brush.
I still haven't figured out how to set up that brush.
Damn it!
Because it's the
Could
same
have turned
kind of.
all your art. Could have turned all your artwork into Amaterasu.
Yeah, because that brush is actually the same type of brushwork used to do a lot of the Metal Gear artwork, and I'd love to try a brush like that. I'm gonna have to go on
Was
the
it
Clip
wrong that I
Studios
almost want you
website.
to do a Metal Gear Solid challenge where that you have to create your face, but your face has to look like the PS1 model?
God, I don't think I can even replicate that, because that's all pixel work.
Exactly. That'd be the fun challenge right there. It's like try to
Yeah.
do your face or just your character's face. Just try to do that.
Oh yeah, that would be difficult, that's for sure.
Cookie would have a
Which,
field day with that.
oh yeah, I would actually, I get a good laugh out of it. The snake Nendoroid actually comes with a face like that. Mhm.
Ah, an intruder wants to become my friend on the Switch. Called Enrique.
The subtle sound. Oh, I didn't realize the subtle sounds my tablet was getting picked up. I
And
didn't.
let's see what does this person play. Let's see. I don't see any terrible games, so he might be clean. And should I become friends with Enrique?
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's a big Earthbound fan. Fan. I can't speak to save my life. I hate it when you get pinched nerves in your neck. Nothing like a cold can of Pepsi after a long day at work.
Or as I call it, vodka.
Blech. I don't drink, so for me it's just the
No,
bubbly
that's
Pepsi.
that's the that's the Pepsi. The Pepsi's the vodka.
Ah. If I want something the equivalent of vodka that isn't vodka or alcohol, I usually go with sparkling lemonade. The ones you get from Safeway are so good.
So 7 Up.
No, it's actually just lemonade with carbonated water in it. It is so good.
And back to the support grinding.
Oh, you've reminded me. I really need to get back to Final Fantasy VII. Did I want that? Yes, I do want that one. There we go. Hmm. Let's lower it a little bit, see if that helps my arm a bit more. And there we go. Dude. It, I'm pretty
It
sure I
doesn't.
changed it.
It doesn't say it on there on the actual live stream. It's just the notification says that it was that.
Funny thing is, it happens with Sky and Creed's Twitch streams too. I'm still surprised this tablet works. I've had it for about 15 years now.
I have been lying in the seat at every turn. Welcome to when it comes to political talk news, especially when it gets to voting.
Ugh. Oh yeah, you've reminded me, the Canadian elections this October. I pray to God we get that horrible human being out of there. He's destroyed everything.
He destroyed my home, destroyed my family,
Oh,
destroyed my dog.
yeah, the man is an outright laughing stock to the entire country, and apparently to a couple world leaders too, based on a video we saw from a news article.
How badly would I compare him to the Canadian strike episode of South Park? Is he close to like that?
Pretty much. I'm pretty sure someone would come and assassinate him if they could. That's how bad he is. All I know is he has pissed off about a good 89% of the country. And according to a justice official, he's been branded guilty twice. Again, this is just anything from a news article when you look it up. I think the only good thing he's done is he made pot legal in all of Canada. But it's treated like alcohol.
I have no comment to say if that's meant to be a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, medically wise, it's fine because now you don't have to kind of struggle to get medical marijuana for your health. The downside, really, of it is that a lot of people treat it like in a smoking style, so they come into these shops reeking of the stuff. Like, if we were allowed to, I'd love to put up a sign saying, you reek, you leave, due to severe medical conditions of certain staff members. If you smell like marijuana, you cannot come in the store. Because we do have someone who is actually allergic to the smell.
All I can say is in my case, I just want to have clean air.
Yeah. Like, I do have a skill where I can drown out certain smells, but that stuff is the smell that you end up tasting after a while, and it's just bleh.
It honestly makes a skunk smell like a nice perfume.
I know, right?
And I'm not doing it like as a compliment, but more like that makes it more
Yeah,
sad.
I know.
Like a roadkill skunk.
Yeah. Oh, normally I don't, just because the last few candidates have been sketchy to say the least, and the usual one that's been running retired the last campaign, but this year we've got someone new for the party, and he has been directly honest through all of his campaign. He hasn't used any manipulation of motivation or intimidation. He has stated the facts, and that's very rare to see in a campaign. So I may end up voting for him. Do, 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 do. Yay, 3 more frames left of line work and then I can color it all. Then from there, it's on to the next set of character. Do, do, do. There we go. Hello. What's up?
Toon doesn't want to join.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, oh no, stream scary. It's not bad.
It's one,
Eh,
only people are gonna hear your voice. So unless you're like me, where that you don't want to hear your voice in a camera, that's one thing.
mhm. Yeah,
And
plus my viewers aren't
two,
very scary.
it's not like we're gonna be seeing your face. Much as I would love to criticize your face, Toon, I can't because I can't see it. You're scared. There are a bunch of people watching.
If
I see
six is a
a
bunch.
total of 7 people.
Oh, is it seven now? Oh, it's even eight. Plus, they're watching what I'm doing, so it's not too bad.
Like, oh no, I'm getting stage fright.
You know what? I'm actually curious of something.
But
See if it works. No, it doesn't. Uh, do. Oh, that's probably why it doesn't work. He's offline.
by the way, that reminds me. Am I even on a mod in this chat?
um, crap. I can't remember if you are or not. Where do I go to check that again? I always forget this one. I think it's in this setting. Uh, this one? No, you're not. Let's fix that. Ow. There we go. All done.
There we go. Good stuff.
Uh-oh, what have I done?
Eh, it's only for that comment.
Hmm.
Because, yeah, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, that phrasing can end up because of stupid YouTube's robot is just broken. Let's just leave it at that.
When is it ever fixed?
When it actually starts showing my fucking comments again. The only thing I ever get in my little notification bell is, oh, this person liked your comment, or reply. I don't even see the full freaking conversation or if someone comments on my videos at all. I have to literally go into community settings and find it. Too close. There we go. Swear it doesn't register my space bar from time to time. What's up?
I found Toon. Can I ban him?
No. No.
You wanna know where he's at?
Hmm.
No one.
Most out there art style. If my characters. Ooh, that's a tricky
Metal
one.
Gear Solid.
Yeah, let's go with that. I am terrible when it comes to the ink brush art style. We tried it in
And
life drawing class, and mine ended up a giant smear.
and again, just to be clear with the chat, I'm talking PlayStation 1 original Metal Gear Solid 1 art style. Mainly the face.
Fan made trailer for what? Got lost in the conversation. Oh, Legacy of Kain. Hmm. Alright, let's get back to this.
Redraw them all Kablam style. Oh, that takes me back. The thing is, Kablam has so many awesome art styles.
Mhm.
Which one are you talking about? Because Kablam was the equivalent of what a cartoon.
I really
The main
hate.
one with the host. Oh, you mean the two kids.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Alright. So I guess not a live stream for Final Fantasy 7, I guess.
No, that's a stupid bug.
Already got ahead of you there, bud.
Yeah, no, I changed the title beforehand,
As
but of
as
course,
as
YouTube
you
and
can
Twitter.
see, as you can see, we're drawing Cloud.
Nope.
This is clearly Cloud.
Nope.
This is Cloud when he cross dresses.
Nope.
I cannot wait to see what that's gonna look like in the HD remake.
Just,
Please, please, please.
just,
Uh huh.
you're forgetting the main important feature,
Hmm.
the hot tub scene.
Yes!
If they don't
Oh,
put that in, I'm going to be angry.
please, you
I
can't
need my
ruin something that's so good.
I need my 10 burly men joining me in the hot tub as I force Cloud to just count to 10 and be like, alright, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
10, 9, how old are you? 8, 7, 21.
uh, uh,
Mm?
apparently, there's some weird whole thing where it's like when you hit your foot on furniture, what is the correct response?
Oh,
And
yes.
ah, right, and one of them was like, "You miserable little pile of secrets."
I could not pick that.
Again, a second or so, and the delay on the YouTube live stream is sort of catching me a little bit.
Well, I have actually stopped drawing here just to check the chat. I've only got one monitor, so I'm hopping back and forth between windows.
Hmm. Just alt tapping like no tomorrow, huh?
More or less.
Hmm.
Yeah, I tend to keep my channel kid friendly, except for when I do M-rated games. But honestly, with the stream, who really cares? It's real life. Whether parents like it or not, their children are going to hear naughty words all the time.
Hey
Sometimes
kids, if you want to
because
know
of
the
said parents in
definition
the
of
first
sex,
place.
watch Whose Line Is It Anyway. They'll tell you all the adult jokes you need to hear.
Please don't.
How do you think I learned my adult jokes?
I ended up
Not
learning
wrong,
mine
but
from Trip in the
still.
Rift in Futurama.
Mm.
If that's what that, I'd say when you're a teenager, you can watch Futurama.
Well, before when it still ran on Fox, Dad was watching it one day when I was like, I want to say 7 or 8, and I just happened to catch a glance of an episode where Bender really went vulgar, and it's like, oh!
Mm. Meh.
Hmm. Someone is adjusting their microphone.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Sharda, are you
This
making love with your mic?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Instead, I'm just going to say
You
the
already
reason
did.
I was just like moving my headset slightly because like just had a shower, so
Mhm.
basically like still
You're
had
using the
water
word like a lot. Are you sure you're a ballet girl?
on. Kindly
Sorry.
not.
You're making the joke way easy for me.
Uh, sorry.
You know I can serve you, right?
Yeah, you could both server meet each other.
Or I could just perform a local mute so that I don't have to listen to you. Or I could
I
just
could,
lower the
or I
volume.
could just kick him out.
No,
Don't.
don't do that.
By the power of the boot.
I bequeath to thee a boot to the head.
Yes!
Nice.
I love that! My favorite part is when they get to Ted. My brother Ted, who's never worked a day in his drunken life. I'm covering up my head. I give you my wine cellar and 3 crates of my finest whiskey. Really? And a boot to the head.
uh,
That skit is just hilarious. I love it so much.
We kind of need a
uh,
new modern version of a boot to the head.
Have you seen the Ace Attorney Flash with it?
I've seen someone did a My Little Pony skit with that.
Oh, you gotta watch the Ace Attorney one. Whoever did the Flash animation for it, oh my god, they really hit it on the head. Figuratively and literally.
ha.
I give everyone a lifetime supply of ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream, that's all? That's all. Oh. Well, what flavor is it? Boot to the head. And then boots go everywhere. It's so good.
Oh yeah. I think I read something about that, but that's hilarious even still.
Oh,
Is that just
yes.
something you could use for a Saturday Night Live skit?
I think it was. Like it was done by an actual comedian on
Was it technically from a book once, like originally?
I don't fully remember where it originally comes from, but I do know a set of comedians did a whole skit with it. I think either on the Comedy Channel or on a podcast, and it's really good. I honestly like the theater version myself, but the Ace Attorney one is definitely a close second.
Mm.
The last part gets me with the lawyer though.
Honestly, I could say I'm almost tempted to want to tell my friend and be like, "Can you show me that RPG podcast that you said you listened to about someone saying like worst RPG game that they've ever played, and
Hmm.
when can I correct them because they barely even scratch Final Fantasy 3."
Oof.
Oh no.
Alright, 2 more frames left. And then the coloring for this scene.
I know many people usually like to say Final Fantasy 8 is a bad game, and I still need to play it because I like to be lazy because procrastination is art. But I want to at least give 8 benefit of the doubt, whereas for 3, there's nothing redeemable about it.
Hmm. Bless you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Jeez. Fact checks. So, random side note, less than
Hmm.
an hour till Final Fantasy 14 goes under maintenance.
Oh, that's right. They did say
Mm.
something
The
about maintenance.
Shadowbringer maintenance! We gotta clean the darkness!
Hmm. Hi.
Heh, it's technically 5.01, but also, hey Jin,
It's too dark!
the game's going to get dark in a moment. Well, not a moment, but knock on wood.
Edgy.
Alright. well, actually, technically speaking, it does kind of go into dark territory for the plot, but I'm not gonna say that
This
because
hasn't stopped Final Fantasy before.
No.
yeah, I know, just darker than usual for Final Fantasy 14 standards.
Hmm.
I've decided to risk life and limb to be here.
Hi.
I have to mute this stream so I don't hear my own future voice.
What do you think I've been doing?
I've got my own voice muted.
The difference is you have a lovely voice.
No, I don't. I have a voice that makes me
I mean,
sound like a 12-year-old.
here's the thing. People could tell us we could have like either a very lovely voice or a very whiny voice. No matter what, some of us don't like to hear our own voice.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of true.
Mhm.
Can you imagine what your characters would look like in South Park style?
Kind of.
Like
Give
They
a
did.
Edward just, you know, that she has to be the Canadian look.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. It's like, yeah, I'd have to be the Canadian style.
So basically, she has to be like a more adult version of Ike.
Hmm.
Mm.
what about Ed and Eddie style?
I've
Yes.
actually done that art style before with
Yes.
my brother. He
Yes.
wanted to himself drawn in that style. Hold on.
Is it Squiggle
Did he ever
Vision?
said what color tongue he wants his spoon to be?
Bright
It is an
purple.
important question after all. This isn't any when it comes to especially having a job
Here it
where
is.
that's why her tongue looks so weird.
Here. This is the one I did for my brother.
Every shade and every color.
Double D. Stop calling
Yeah,
it Double D.
that's pretty much how my brother wanted to have the design. It actually turned out surprisingly well.
I am very hyper right now.
I can tell.
Why'd you give me nostalgia?
Because I am able to do that. Such is the life of an animator.
Such as the life of the 90s.
Oh, frick.
Yes, that of a
Forgetting
90s kid as well.
They shall never take our freedom.
Nope.
when was this?
When was what?
When did you make that?
That was about
Not
two
even the
years
first
ago?
floor. Counter,
Oh,
not even past a single
so
floor,
you had
and
kind of already seen Eddie's brother.
monsters already gets two of
I
us at the
remember
very
Eddie's
outset.
brother from that episode. My goodness.
I remember like the episode, but that we were almost promised to see Eddie's brother.
Hmm.
Not
Only to
even
then have
past
the
the first
movie.
room, and we all wiped. Great
Ouch.
start to grinding, guys. Oh.
Easy, Shard.
B545.
And currently trying to grind stupid black mage levels just
Ah.
so I can
Oh, and they
just so
lied.
I
They
can
said they would show what's under Double D's head in the movie.
They never
Never
did.
happened.
Oh, wow. So
The
forever
only
that question will go unanswered.
Oh, it will never be unanswered. The same with the opening of the movie, because in
Hmm.
the opening, all you know was that they did a prank. However, you never get to see what kind of scamming prank they did.
Well, boo! Like, if they opened it up with the scam, then the movie probably would have been.
At the very least, I'd say it works in context because, to be fair, if you've seen the entire show,
Fair
then
enough.
you know that it works. But otherwise, if you watch this as your first introduction to Ed, Ned, and Nettie, then you will not understand what is going on and why.
Yeah.
As many people would say, this is like the finale.
and now currently a party of nothing dance black mages dancers. And let's hope we don't die on the first floor this time.
Good
Because
luck!
all I can say is, in the movie, you could almost argue that as that being obviously the worst idea of a scam they've done because you don't never get to see what kind of scam they were doing,
Hmm.
or rather hints as to what the argument was with each of the ends. Uh, you could almost make a list out of how many scams they did in the show, and then go into the movie like which one they did was the that builds up to being the worst.
Hmm.
Worst
Thank
of
you,
what?
Sky Frenzy.
The scams.
Ugh.
Yeah, like I said, what kind of worst?
Oh, that's the wrong window.
Anything that Eddie does just so he can make a quarter just to have a jawbreaker.
Yep.
So basically, the worst of plans in terms of morality, or how badly it failed, or
I'd say the
No,
one where he didn't get Double
Yes.
D's help at all.
no, just the scams in general, like any of them, like anything that basically it was Eddie's idea of doing this, such as what started as something as small as say making an ice cream to then trying to make a taco stand, which even Double D admits that this is the dumbest idea.
Yep. It's pretty much when his
And
ideas started to get stale. It's like, Eddie, you're losing your mind.
some have some interesting creative, like I'll give him props to the wax idea because on the one hand it actually made it work.
Mm.
Problem is that like it's just like the most convoluted way of doing it.
hmm. Well,
Plus the whole when you do get to see Eddie's murder, in some ways that kind of almost be close to character, I
Hmm.
guess.
Did I just hear a crow?
Yes.
Yeah, it's this weird sound effect that they do when you get a kill now.
Huh.
Is that the new censor version of killing someone?
No, it's just a sound effect. I don't understand it either.
mm,
Usually in some symbolism, usually a crow means that someone's gonna die.
meanwhile, just trying to maintain Enochian
Mm.
right now, because that is a thing where basically, as long as you have it up, then your magic attack power increases, but it only remains up as long as you have Astral Fire or Umbral Ice, and
Interesting.
switching between the two doesn't count as exiting either of them, so in
Huh.
a way, as long as you just don't let the timer run out, then you're good.
That's
But
a handy feature.
yeah, unfortunately, if it does run out, that means you have to cast a Fire or Ice spell before you can use it again, and
Hmm.
I got hit by a stupid detonator coffin
Ow.
because yeah. Yeah, and another thing with it is that basically there's an advantage to
Oh, give me a sec. Cat wants out.
where when you get to level 70, or at least, well, complete the level 70 Black Mage quest, then you get access to a certain effect known as Polyglot, which, after maintaining Enochian for around 30 seconds, you can then cast a more powerful spell, Foul,
Hmm.
which has a base potency of 650.
Oh, that's not bad at
So,
all.
yeah. Basically, most damaging Black Mage spell for, you know. But, so, okay, there is that. So,
There we go. Uh, mhm.
yay, Commander, what? No. Freaking Beacon of Return now active, so didn't need to use a Phoenix down that time. So was willing to do so this time, just
Oh,
trying
come
to.
on. Follow the line. There we go.
But at least there's another positive thing where one of the spells that no one really bothered using, freeze, which originally up till Stormblood, basically it just required you to pick a place on the ground to target, and it would just cast a spell to deal a little bit of
There we go.
damage and, bind a few enemies. But in Shadowbringers, it's been changed so that not only
Hmm.
does it basically have the same cast time as Blizzard 1, and also it does a
Ah,
lot more damage
Fortnite,
and
that
additional
dreaded game.
effects.
No, thank
What?
you. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
reading the
let's not
chat.
talk about cancer.
Yeah, not that horrible game.
Mm, Um,
Whoops.
uh, anyways, that
Do do
freeze
do.
now gives you Umbrella Ice free, which basically just maxes out the stacks on it. So yeah, it's actually viable for use as something of an opener for Enochian in dungeons now. Yay! So I don't have to Swift cast Blizzard free or just cast Blizzard 3 times. They also announced it
Go.
transposes recast time to 5 seconds, which is nice. And also conveniently on the floor where not only was there a gloom effect, which would
Lucky.
cause every enemy to be enhanced, but also an auto-heal penalty. Yeah, they just had to use the commander
What I
education.
said about using your claws on the door. Stop it. My goodness, you cause trouble.
Hmm.
Don't you? Hi. I love you too. Hi. Oh, you didn't have to lie down, goofball. I love you too. Yes, I do.
So, what bad game were you talking about
No,
again?
we're not talking about it.
I just need to know the name.
No,
The dreaded one that starts
no.
with F, and not the one you're playing.
So, not Final Fantasy.
No. It's the one that every
Ooh.
freaking streamer does. That's a horrible, horrible game.
Oh, that game. Okay,
Yes.
now I know what you're talking about.
Fantasia, the game.
Ha.
Oh, you only. If only you knew.
He does.
If only you knew the folly of what you were doing.
I am very grateful my cousins don't touch that horrible filth.
Objectively speaking, it's not bad, but yeah,
Get
it's the
out.
kind of game I'd rather not play.
Get
I
out.
don't like
Get
shooters
out.
anyway, so
Get out.
P2,
I
be
don't like
nice.
it. It's not objectively
You're not
bad,
allowed
it's
to say
just I
anything
don't like
positive
it.
about that game.
I don't like it, okay?
Yeah, then don't say anything positive about it.
Uh, like, if you were to give me the choice to play that or RoboCop on the NES, I'll go straight to RoboCop.
I'll go back to Bravely the Fuck.
What about a demented choice between that or Fester's Quest?
I'd still pick Fester's Quest.
Why?
Because I love torturing myself with ridiculously bad NES games.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Because it's what I grew up on. I have the horrible Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES as well with the instant kill frickin' seaweed.
What, Toxic Seaweed?
One last frame, the line work, and
Meanwhile,
then it's into the coloring for it.
my allies seem very content with just using Magicite of Eevee to basically just clear the entire room again.
Isn't that a
Last
waste of a
time it
lot of
made me a little
magic?
pissed. Eh. I mean, Magicite being exclusive to Heaven on High, it's mostly just a floor clearing move where basically
Hmm.
every enemy
Do
just
we need
dies.
an explanation of everything that you're doing in that game?
I need to provide context.
We don't need to hear everything.
I know I personally don't
We're
mind because I'm
playing for
always natural background noise, but for the stream it might get a little annoying to the viewers. I just don't know because I keep going back and forth between windows. Do, 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 do. I'd play music, but we know how the copyright claims on YouTube are.
Mm,
Do, 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 do.
What do you mean I can't listen to Rickroll? Everyone knows Chrono
Do,
Trigger is the best music.
do,
Oh,
do,
Chrono
do,
Trigger's
do, do,
music's
do.
just
Do,
gorgeous.
do, do,
That's why
do, do,
everyone
do.
loves Rickroll.
Hmm.
Do, 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 do. Do, do, do,
The
do.
world map music, honestly, is something beautiful
Oh,
that I really like.
can I still argue as to why does Chrono Cross have to be anything related to Chrono Trigger?
Mm, truthfully, I've never played Chrono Cross, so I can't give an opinion on it.
It's supposed to be a sequel, except not really.
Hmm.
Like the story, like I can show you a video of someone explaining the story, and even after listening to it, I'm just like, what does this still have to be in relationship to Chrono Trigger when you barely see any familiar places at all?
Huh. Is the mechanic similar?
I think it's still there.
Cause it.
I have to look at our old friend's stream on that because he did stream that a while back
Hmm.
before. Well, you know who I'm referring to.
Hmm. I'd say it could go the Breath of Fire route, but because the game's main focus was, again, time travel, I don't know how that would work.
Here's the difference. This isn't time travel. This is about parallel dimensions.
What?
Yeah, there's no time travel. This is about dimensions.
Then why is it called Chrono?
And to make it all the more fun is that like there's barely any familiar faces. We only get
Hmm.
like some brief mentions of some of the names.
Well, that.
Where I think the closest part there is supposed to be a party member that's supposed to be still Magnus. But
Hmm.
it's like, okay, why'd you change your name?
The same reason Alucard probably went by a different name.
At least that one works because you're pretending to be like a different life and you are living in Japan and not in Transylvania.
Hmm. But even Alucard's not his real name. His real name is Adrian Tepes.
Gesundheit. No, but yeah. I would just say right here, yeah. In case you're wondering, like, okay, what does this have to be in any relation to Chrono Trigger? Yeah, they mentioned Lavos.
That's it? Just Lavos?
No, there's more, but it's just like, yeah. At some very late in the game, you do see the iconic Limbo, and it's
Hmm.
like, oh, good, that's it, and
Jeez.
nothing else. How is this the same game again, other than magic and whatnot?
Oh my goodness.
And as an RPG slight connoisseur, I don't know if I would even find it worth playing that game because I'd be like, okay, out of how many, and I mean many characters you can recruit, how quote unquote useful standing out are they besides their one time personality when you get introduced to them?
That sounds like actually a very relaxing driving simulation game to me there, Sky.
I
Frenzy.
know, one day.
I gotta say the full name because of Sky.
In real time at the maximum speed of 45 miles per hour. Sky, why do you want me to play an emulation of my place? No, Sky, that's called a road trip. Oh no. My friend apparently in a different Discord group. Speaking of mobile games, this is a surprise little crossover event dedicating to One Piece featuring a Pikachu wearing Luffy's straw hat. So anyone who's playing Pokemon Go, you want One Piece crossover?
Oh, speaking of Pokemon reminded me of something. There was this ad I got on YouTube mobile that was called Monster Frenzy, and it was literally just a bootleg game ripping off the Pokemon sprites.
I
Like it literally
know,
ripped
those
them.
are so stupid.
Oh darn, I was hoping for Pokemon to turn into Frenzy Virus from Muscle Core Ultimate, in which case it would actually be the Shadow Pokemons.
Hmm.
Or rather, what a Shadow Pokemon should have been if attacked with the Frenzy Virus.
Hmm.
Autumn, do you sing? No, she doesn't. At all.
This love for you is always
Yeah, that's not.
overflowing within my heart,
That's
with
not singing.
no such thing as eternity. I wish for you to stay with me for just a while.
Clearly not singing.
One of my most popular fan dubs on my channel, which I still can't believe reached 4,000 views.
Hmm. Speaking of fan vocals, I had an odd idea in my head where basically, like, just lyrics for the Eggman Deaf Egg Robot thing, the Deaf Egg Robot theme from Sonic 2.
You fool. Everyone knows that Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the best.
I do like the what's the big arm theme? Oh my god, that's such a rockin' theme. Yeah. And there's another cat at the door.
Oh no.
Hi, Max. Hi. Hi, buddy. What you up to, huh? Yes, that is your paw. Hmm. Yes, it's nice to see you too. Come on, you can sit with me for a bit. There we go. Sit down. Yeah, boy. No, you're not allowed rubbing your face on the pen while I'm using it.
This guy says you have the voice of an angel.
Why, thank you.
Does this mean if I call Bayonetta that Jess would die?
Please no. I actually have a interest in Umbra witchcraft.
Maybe if you're a Lumen Sage, that could probably work with some of the exceptions.
Yeah.
One game you should play is what classes makes it the best voice acting. Oh, that's not true. I'm not there. So therefore, that game has to be terrible.
Where is it? No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, where is it? Ugh, I know it's in here. There it is. Still my favorite drawing.
Okay, should I give context to people?
Go for it. They'll probably be questioning this one.
Okay, so if anyone people who want to know what this art, this magnificent art that you're seeing, at one moment I was in a call session with them while I was playing Pokemon XD Gala Darkness. I was trying to capture the Shadow Butterfree, and it took me about roughly how many balls you see on the ground, to the point where that I literally shouted that line out loud, and it gave just a wonderful idea to animate me trying to strangle a Butterfree.
Draw it. Oh, yeah, it still turned out well. Sadly, I rushed the background because backgrounds take a lot of detail, but it's still funny.
Well, it's not like I'm trying to ask you to be one for one with the background of
Yeah.
Gala Darkness.
Plus, it was a spur of the moment drawing, so I could care less how detailed the background is.
That's like a true artist when it comes to Proton John's Twitch streaming.
Yep. I still wonder if he'll ever get around to finishing Superman 64.
He won't. That's the trick.
I know. One of these days, maybe.
Mm, but not today.
Did I remember? No, I didn't. Okay, so.
Could have almost thought that Shard was humming the Fire Emblem Fates theme music, and I would have been like, am I gonna have to punch you?
Wait,
Like, you
which
were Zura's child from the future.
which theme did you think I was singing again?
Yeah, knowing iconic song that plays in Fire Emblem Fates that never shuts up.
Hmm.
Okay, now I'm muting you.
I thought that was actually from a different game. What game has started off like that? For some reason, I want to say Star Wars. Uh, there we go.
5 minutes should be plenty.
For the record, at first I was singing the Death Egg Robot theme.
Yeah, but it's not Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I don't care. It's still a good
I
theme.
care,
It
because it's
is.
not Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
How about we just agree to like what we like, okay?
The old saying to
No, because
agree to
then I like
disagree.
to tell Jess that she's wrong.
Yeah, but I go along with it. Now I've got the Yoshi's Island music box stuck in my head.
Have the first level song stuck in my head. Thank you. The idea of listening to Yoshi's music while playing Fire Emblem Warriors isn't really something I'd say is a good meshing music.
Do,
as
do,
I
do, do,
slaughter, as I
do, 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 do.
I reminded the yelling Yoshi!
Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
if someone just play with a kazoo, I'm gonna kick you.
I don't know where my kazoo is.
We're not doing a kazoo from the new Yoshi Island 3DS.
Ugh, no.
Yeah. No kazoos, thanks.
No, I just love how that is even worse than the soundtrack of Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, I know, it's bad.
That is hilariously bad.
Alright, that is all the line work frames. It's running choppy because I've got so many things open at once.
Oh dear God, we're not winning this.
Okay.
Well, I screwed up, so I have to wait 20 more seconds to get Inokin back up. Obligatory though I missed right here.
Mhm. Oh, wait, I forgot the freckles! Oh well, I've got the lair ready to go, that's good. Freckles, freckles, freckles. Boop. And...
Yeah, that chat just likes to call herself a freak. Because, when you have freckles, that means you're a freak.
Sure.
And again, we discussed this very early on before anyone else showed up.
Nah.
Because no one bothered to mention the freckles.
That pen thickness is too much. Let's go 7?
I think I remember a certain book I remember reading, and that was, I think it was like, I forget what the book was called. It was something like for a fifth grader thing.
Hmm.
And it was, this, I think it's like a third or fourth grader who they get introduced to a new student. The student has freckles. She tries to like have freckles herself by using a purple crayon and like literally draw dots around herself.
Yep.
The thing is, like, kazoos aren't that bad of of like a, if you can kind of call them an instrument.
They
It's just
technically
that
are an instrument.
depends on which people you're at, because I almost like to think that they almost still classify as a toy than an instrument.
Hmm.
I consider it a pretty fine weapon.
It's just that the way that they were trying to play with that on Yoshi's New Island, some of the tracks they play, they did some good like renditions. It's just a lot of the music that they did really sucked. Like they're trying to imitate like imagine Yoshi trying to hum it the song
Hmm.
with the fact that we all know Yoshis aren't really that good at singing. It's kind of like the equivalent of the Chows trying to sing in the Sonic X anime when really they can't sing for the life of them. That's why the entire thing got burned. Because the kiddos were like, shut the fuck up! And that's how Chaos was born.
It's too much.
Was that the
That's the
Star Wars music?
Sonic 2 boss theme.
That almost sounded more like was it Star Wars?
Similar sounding intro.
Not that, you idiot. Not there, you idiot.
Which
I'm
Star
talking
Wars
about
theme?
the TIE Fighter song that plays.
I can't recall the tune of that.
It has a similar
I know
tune
my
sounding to
headset's
when you
dying.
the introduction to Eggman in Sonic 2.
Hmm. Hmm.
That sounds right. Oops. I love how you keep coming back to that.
I can't get it out of my head no matter how hard I try.
I wouldn't mind humming the music box theme from Yoshi's Island.
Hmm.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I barely know the rest of the song.
It's a song that forever gets stuck in my head extremely easily.
So I think that's like the credits music, so to speak, or at least like when you read the Stark.
It's actually the first song you hear when you play Yoshi's Island. If you actually sit around and watch the story, that music box theme plays throughout the whole story.
What about Ash's song from Pokemon 2000?
Oh, I
You
remember
mean
the beginning
Lugia?
part of that one.
You mean
I know the first two
Lugia
ones.
and nothing else? I hear two off key.
I am singing in the wrong pitch. I know I am.
I
If you
just hear
I'm doing
two
it wrong,
people
so.
trying to sing, and it doesn't even sound like they're trying to be in sync.
if you put them together,
Sorry.
they correct to the right tune.
No.
I've
It's
actually,
kind of mean.
when I was a kid, I actually figured out how to play the first section of that song on the recorder, but then I ran out of notes.
Hmm.
I think we can all agree that playing Lugia's theme, you have to do it with an ocarina.
Or a flute. At least a flute has some more octaves it can play in.
Or an ocarina.
I wouldn't mind owning an ocarina, learning how to play it. I've already got a clarinet. I want to get another trumpet because the one I used in high school
Are
completely
you
fell to
Squidward?
pieces.
Hmm.
I play better than Squidward.
I was gonna say, are you Squidward?
that's not that's not hard.
Are you Squidward, Jess?
No, she is not.
Are you Squidward?
Nope.
The
Alright, use
lid.
Greycorn. That's okay, take your time.
No, this is Patrick.
So yeah. Meanwhile, the
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Villains. Okay.
so yeah, just the 5.01 update that's going through the maintenance in around 4 minutes is going to be introducing the raid for Shadowbringers. So that's going to be interesting.
No, this is Patrick.
Great.
No, my name's not Rick.
I didn't say Rick, I said Ree. There's a difference.
Okay, let's
Doing
see
good
how
job.
that looks. Actually, that turned out pretty good. Kind of floats on one side, but not bad.
Win this for the Krusty Krab.
For the Krusty Krab!
Alright, now let's get on to the coloring.
Win this because I told you to.
Because of the winner! Oh, I need to listen to some of the more older SpongeBob jokes because
Oh,
they're still good.
I think
Of
the
Alex
big
and Nathan.
flaw with the new Yoshi's Island is it relied on a gimmick with the main mechanics, whereas going back to Yoshi's Island, the gimmicks were in the levels. Your mechanics never changed. And I
I
think
want
that's
to
the
play
big
Yoshi's
thing.
Story again. I have a problem.
Nothing wrong with Yoshi's Story. I actually like that game too.
There are people who will defend Yoshi's Story as their precious baby.
Like me.
And Gully the Kid.
Well, it is where we really did hear Yoshi's voice. And honestly, whenever he finds an item and goes, boom, boom, it's so adorable.
Honestly, compared to like the nowadays Yoshi voice, it kind of makes it an interesting transition as to how things go with Yoshi's voice. Not to say like in an insulting way, but it's like it almost makes you question like what were they thinking when it comes to Yoshi's voice in contrast to how much we all can agree that Toad's voices in each series like should not be going into this direction.
Okay. I'm on the wrong tool.
Coin the Sky, there's this one game I would like to see you play. It's called One Hand Clapping. Play the game using your voice. I thought this was the game that I literally slap her in the face.
I can win that game.
No! I have a friend who can do that too. I never did figure out how he does it.
I once knew a girl who could do it without her tongue.
Hmm.
Insert your own joke here. I don't.
Yes!
This man's about to go around trying to win with a candy cane? Okay.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I have no idea what shard or something.
Yeah, I can't figure it out either.
I was gonna say Flight of the Bumblebee.
Boss theme for
When
Final Fantasy 6.
been a while since I've heard that one.
Which boss theme?
Final Fantasy 6.
Yes, but which boss theme?
Yeah, multiple bosses have different themes.
Basic boss theme?
So the mini boss?
Um, just uh, I don't think mini bosses. Just
Hmm.
like bosses like Phantom Train, Badaluma, or something like that.
Hmm.
I have to actually find the soundtrack just so you can say yes.
Now I've got all my heroes stuck in my head.
It would take a lot more effort to recreate any of the versions of Dancing Mad, to be perfectly honest.
Mm. Dad, you're not supposed to go there. You're supposed to go
Meanwhile, someone
there.
posting on a meme thing like, "Look at the baby Pikachu before Pichu existed." Never forget the Pikachu episode.
The baby
They had
Pikachu was adorable.
the baby Pikachu's and you know it.
Hmm.
What if it was just a Pichu that evolved super early?
It's not.
I know it's not, but it's kind of like a little thing I wouldn't mind having in my head. Fantasy.
Considering with each generation, it makes it where every logic makes no sense in terms of many moments,
Yep.
and this being a big one of them.
Yep. Go. Oh, I forgot to add the white in first. Whoops. Let's fix that. You normally want to do the white in the eyes first. Wrong brush again. Because that way you won't get the transparency underneath it. I did it again. I'm so used to using that brush. Yes. Oh, talk about a small world.
It's a small world after all.
Well,
Copyright.
that actually is a fair use song.
Copyright.
I have a lonely bunch of coconuts, dee dee, with them sitting in a row. Small ones, one's as big as your head. I don't know the rest of the lyrics of that song.
That is a hard song to remember everything to.
Meanwhile, a fly is moving around. Excuse me a moment.
Okay. I am going to do this so I can easily see the white layers I need to fill. Okay, good. Okay, back to this. Let's no, still start with skin.
Oh boy, it's the night level where I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Should I keep playing Black Ops or do Spider-Man?
Up to you.
Third party.
I don't think I have that one. Skyrim it is. Let's go.
No. Stop
I mean that
advertising for Todd Howard.
that's the third game in the stack, and you said the third one.
No. Why do you want to advertise for Todd Howard?
Technically, you did since you said take the third
No,
option,
I never said to advertise.
but it just worked.
No.
Oh yeah. I don't know why talking about games reminded me so quickly of it, but we finally found where the Wii was and the disk drive doesn't work anymore.
Oh, you found the wheel, alright.
No, not that Wii.
At the risk of sounding like a Felix, I can probably fix that.
Hmm. Well, I do know a guy here in town who might be able to repair it, so I'm gonna ask him about it on my next day off. Because the save data is still all on there. Pretty much what the disk drive is doing is it's pretty much taking the disk, struggling to try and read it completely, and spit it back out. And then it just keeps repeating itself.
Yeah, my solution is usually just to rip out the whole drive and
Hmm.
put a new one in.
See, I'm not that talented, and knowing my bad luck, I'd probably break it. I've gotten the face panel off to try and clean it out, but that's as far as I've gone, and it still struggles to try and read the disc.
If you ended up with a Wii U, I would be amazed. And
I have a Wii U.
tries to fix Wii, end up with a GameCube.
Hmm.
All I did
I
was
don't know
make it a
if
little
that's
taller.
meant to be an insult or a compliment.
Yes,
Why not both?
Because
both,
then I have
both,
the right
both
to
is good.
slap him.
Oh.
Miguel and
Yeah.
Tulio and Miguel,
Well,
mighty and powerful gods.
If for some reason it can't be fixed, I at least know I can get a used one for a good $50, and I know I can transfer the save data over via an SD card. You know, back when video game companies were smart.
Well, I mean, you could use flash drives on PS3 and 360.
I still can't get my save data off that old hard drive.
Have you considered staring it down until it gives you what you want?
Yes. There, that's 3 frames in color so far. Um, it lived its lifespan, and honestly, it did have a decent selection of games. My Wii U collection is actually about the same size as my Wii collection.
Eh,
The only problem with it is that it, kind of like with Nintendo Portables, it invited a lot of shovelware.
Hmm. Well, I think the big thing is they really were trying to force the gimmicks of the console, which, when it comes to certain games, you need to be extremely careful when you do it. But, honestly, if it wasn't for this thing, we wouldn't have Splatoon, we wouldn't have the Nintendo GameCube adapter, we wouldn't have,
mm,
crap, what was it? Bayonetta 2.
The Wii U, you mean?
Yeah. If it
Oh, I
weren't
was
for.
talking about the. I thought we were still on about the first Wii.
Oh, I just saw someone saying the Wii U was a commercial failure in the chat.
the problem with that is that there were just many missed opportunities they could have put on the Wii U.
Hmm. Vita actually wasn't a commercial failure, it just had a very slow trend.
It took a
Yes, the
really long
trend that
time.
only things were versions exclusives and nothing more.
Hmm.
It took a really long time for it to be like a really good system, but when it was like on par with the PS3, and then when the PS4 came out,
Yeah.
on par with the PS4. Not as far as hardware, but like if
Hmm.
you bought games on your PS4, it was there on your Vita too.
Yeah, the cross buy was definitely a very nice touch, because it saved you money.
Oh boy, here I go swinging again. Well, the thing is, Xbox has exclusives that sell leaps and bounds better than PlayStation ones. Like Gears will usually do really good. Halo is Halo, and even if the last one wasn't very hugely well received, it's still the Halo name.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than the 360. Didn't have
Plus they
that
have
red ring of death.
plus they have Killer Instinct, which means that they have me for life.
I remember people having to fix the red ring of death by sticking their Xbox in the oven.
I'm pretty sure that still has the highest failure rate of any hardware at
Hmm.
hovering around or near 50%.
Okay, my
Hey,
brother, I swear, has god luck when it comes to his 360. His is a launch model, and nothing has ever happened to it. The thing works like it's still brand new.
Even I don't have that.
you gonna be okay?
I had a PS3 first model that the GPU got blown out on it.
Well, mine was a Generation 2 model because it was the 80 gigabyte. That thing lasted me a good 8 years before it decided I don't want to read anything.
On what, the disk drive or the hard drive?
It would load the main menu. You could go into the settings, you could do this, you could do that. You try to enter anything, PlayStation Store, photo viewer, a game, the screen would go black and stay that way. I tried every troubleshoot I could find on it, and nothing worked. I even took out and put in a new hard drive with the exact same results. It just failed
It
to
sounds.
load anything.
It kind of sounds like a GPU problem to me. That's the same thing that
Hmm.
happened on mine.
Well, I ended up finding one to replace it, and the thing works like nothing's wrong, so I'm okay with that. Cause yeah, like I was using it perfectly fine watching YouTube. I went and closed out of the software and powered it down like I always do. And the next morning I booted up to go watch YouTube again and nothing. It just went black.
Yeah, from my understanding, they use really cheap solder in there.
Hmm. I still want to blame my grandmother's house. Fucking bitch ended up showing up just before I had to go to work too. Oh, I'm not a little
How
bitter.
does
I'm
it
all
say not
bitter.
friendly?
Well, I can agree with the PlayStation Classic being the biggest failure because they screwed up really, leaving it as the PAL version and the PAL version only, with a horrible selection of games for it. And they still are trying to charge $80 for that thing up here.
I mean, really, it's the same story with the NES and the SNES Mini. The games aren't very good, and they're only really made good through. Hmm,
I actually find the selection of games on the NES and SNES Classic to be good. A lot of super hard, rare, and expensive games. I'm okay with that.
I think I think my freaking power block just went dead for a
No.
sec. But yeah, like even though like objectively the NES and SNES minis are just
Objection!
Mm.
marginally better,
Hmm.
but through hacks and stuff, they're actually really solid machines. And it's the same story with the PlayStation Mini. It's just
Hmm.
made really good through the hacking scene and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, like modifying it, I understand that it ends up really having its charm, but I find that the selection of games it has on it are extremely difficult for me to find, and for a lot of people as well, so I'm perfectly happy with them running in the normal way they are.
Does the PlayStation Classic have Monster Hunter? Because if it's not in there, then it's a shitty game.
Uh, Sega blew it out of the water though. The games on the Genesis Mini, oh my god, it's a lot of exclusive games that never came out in North America or were only ever on the Sega Satellite Channel.
Heck,
Hmm.
the
They have Wily
Super
Wars. They
Nintendo,
win.
Mhm.
it took them till now to put the Sonic to put Star Fox 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Something that they weren't sure if that thing was ever going to be finished or not.
Yep.
When is that little Genesis menu supposed to come out?
September 19th, Ian's birthday.
Oh,
We're getting pretty close to that 1 year, too.
Yep.
To this day, I wish there was something more I can do. I was not that far from where he lived.
You know he would have reacted hard for the Banjo-Kazooie reaction on Smash.
I could hear it now. He'd be freaking screaming his head off.
Like, the only thing that would have made his day would be, like, if Frog appeared in Smash.
Oh my god, I could hear him completely scream till he lost his voice. Oh my...
In this case, if people somehow didn't like the fact that it was another sword wielder, keep in mind it's Frog, so they could just go all out with it.
Yeah. And his final smash would be the what was it, cross slash?
I think it'd be like, yeah, the cross slash, like, it has to be the iconic cross slash because,
Yeah,
well,
with the main protagonist.
it's what started in Dual Strikes.
Yep. And it was the reference made in the Scott Pilgrim comic books, too.
One game I hate with all my being is Silent Hill HD Edition.
There we go, 5 frames have been colored. But I think I'm actually gonna take a break for the night because my hand is starting to hurt. Where'd I put my brace?
your battle armor?
More or less. It's what I wear after I draw just so my wrist doesn't get damaged again.
I was thinking of a Kid Next Door joke. Anyone who's no Kid Next Door knows the battle ready armor.
Hey, well, thank you to everyone who came out to the stream tonight. I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing here, because animating really is a lot of fun once you get the hang of it and just start going. Progress of what's going on so far.
What is this slop?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The process of doing all this, too. I'm definitely going to be making a breakdown video once I've fully finished this and uploaded it. Just to show all the work that has gone into this thing.
Oh boy, time lapses.
Yep.
Oh my god, Fire Emblem 3 House.
Alrighty. To everyone watching, have a good night or morning wherever your time zone has you. I hopefully will look forward to doing this again later when I get to all the fancy visual effects. Bye!